Hola, yo soy Karim Sabas de PowerOfMetal.cl, el podcast live, y en esta ocasión estoy con el gran Patrick Mameli de PESTILENCE, quien va a estar presentándose próximamente en el PowerOfMetal.cl Fest II. Así que nada, hello Patrick, first of all, PESTILENCE is coming back to Chile to headline PowerOfMetal.cl Fest II. What does it mean for you to return to this part of South America?
Yeah, you can take it if you want. Well, it's not a coincidence or it's not a surprise. We love Chile, and that's the real reason why we come back, because we feel that we have a connection with Chile because the yeah, I guess the how we portray the fans and how they react to our music makes us feel very at home, and um, not like any other Latin America country. We have this same feeling. So we have Chile in our hearts, and that's why we're coming back.
And what memories do you have from the Chilean audience, and what are you expecting from the Chilean audience this time?
Well, I don't know if they can get any crazier than we had the last few times, because what I remember is that they had the flares, and they stopped the show about three times, and the owner was mad because it was too dangerous, and he shut down the power, and we just kept on playing on our our line, just line in and line out, and yeah, I mean, this is what you expect if your music gives this type of aggression, and a positive aggression. And I mean, we never feel the same in any other country that we have here with Chile.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about your last release, Levels of Perception, that revisits and re-records songs of different eras of Pestilence. Why was this the right moment to look back to of those songs and bring them back to the present?
Well, the thing is that, we felt it was time to go back to the beginning, and
Okay.
how we would interpret our older songs now and how we play them now, but with a kind of looking back at uh, um, when we were younger and doing our tape trading. So and a lot of people miss the that type of feeling, the underground sound, and because people were complaining about the sound, that it was like not like super digital, and it was not so refined. And I find it very strange that people really dislike ANI, and we come with something that sounds like more of something that was recorded in the underground time. So that was actually our intention. Maybe the record label did not have the information out there, so people understand what our intentions was to recreate this type of feeling of cassette tapes, and
Yeah.
this type of stuff. So yeah, and I think that sometimes it's good to have a look back on what you've done and see if you can recreate that type of feeling. And that was just the whole intention of this. Now we are doing the new album that is coming out, hopefully next month,
Okay.
because now yeah, we're playing here, so we have no time to be at two times or two places at the same time. So when we come back, which is in 4 weeks or something, then we will do the mastering of Portals, which is our new album. And this is a giant leap ahead, again, for the fans, also to try to get into the new Pestilence, because like I said, I never do something twice. So what most bands do is they rely on a formula they have created like maybe 20 years ago, and it sounds pretty much the same, and that safe feeling we don't want to create. We want to create an open mind, and have people just like stimulate their intellect.
Okay, and talking about that, because you are talking about being underground and now modern and some mixing. Some years ago, you had this problem with the AI, with this artwork that all the people talk and it comes to blabbermouth and those shit. What do you think right now about the AI in metal and in music or in art?
Well, I just think about it this way. AI has no place in music, the music itself. The
Okay,
musicians need to play the music. Now, if an album cover is done in by AI and it looks good, like for example, the new Deicide album has also AI, it seems that Glenn doesn't have that much problems with it. You know, he's like, well, you know, we're living in 2026. And what's the problem? You know, for me, it's like I feel exactly the same. It's like, okay, then throw away your telephone. Don't watch movies anymore. Anything is AI right now, right? So,
yeah,
so why is there a hindrance in metal for this powerful tool that you know you can use, and people are um, being cynical about it, like, oh, then your new bass player is AI as well. Now, you've seen that we have a regular human being to play bass for us, and we will never use AI for our music.
yeah.
But I don't think that you can judge a book by its cover. So this is my whole point. You know, if I have half of my budget uh, for a Dan Seagrave painting, and the rest of the budget goes to the music, what do you think is going to lack? The music is going to be the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you so we have our own studio, so we have no problems with a record time that it costs more or whatever. We feel free to do whatever we want in our music. But also, if we have the chance to do something that we really like, and no person can do what AI can do, show me the person. I'll use the person. And
Okay.
I think that you cannot discriminate a band by using AI for an album cover, but like because like what I said, you cannot just look at a person and say, "Oh, you're this kind of person because you have a beard, or you look like a bum, or you look like this or that." You know, there's always more behind the person. You know, so this I think this is a human kind of thing that we what we see is what we think is happening.
Okay.
And in music, everything is put in boxes. Okay, this is deathcore, this is death metal, this is old school death metal. Pestilence plays Pestilence music, and we're trying to be memorable and technical and whatever, and without being too technical that people do not understand our music anymore. So we're trying to find a solution to suit everybody.
Cool. Okay, Patrick, talking about the music and the members of Pestilence, the current lineup has changed in recent years. How important is to you to find musicians who can play the material of Levels of Perception and to be understand the heart of Pestilence and be the members to do the new album?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, you know, it's always difficult to find people that are on the same musical level that you are.
Okay.
I have been, and it's just too crazy that people say that, you know, well, you know, you have had so many lineup changes. You must be a terrible dictator or a terrible person. Well, but now, okay, let's find another band. Death. How many members did Chuck have? Right? And but then it's okay. But if Patrick Mameli does it, then it's not okay. Then it's like, oh, this person is a bad person because he does not have like the whatever the personal relationships with people, and he uses people. People have to understand that I try to find people that are on my level, and we can create music together. And it is also a misconception to think that I am a dictator and I tell them to play whatever I want them to play. This is a total misconception. What I do is I give them my alphabet, my musical alphabet, and they can make sentences themselves. So now we have the internet. Like I said, I live in Thailand, and when I have ideas, I send them to my drummer, and my drummer gets total control of my idea, and he can just do whatever he wants to do with it.
Cool.
And then it goes to my other guitar player, and also with solos and stuff. Like I'm very easy going, actually. You know, I'm just I'm just I just know what I want. And sometimes that comes on harsh, and people think, well, he's pushing his own ideas. But look where Pestilence is. Pestilence is a band that has a real own identity, has a own style. Because as soon as you hear a riff, you know it's Pestilence.
Okay.
And this is something that I have strived to do, is not to listen to other metal acts and try to copy them, or because it's safer. If you sound like Morbid Angel, or if you sound like Deicide, those bands have their own ideas, and that's why we try to be as unique as possible. And like I said, I never listen to music, and if people are have an idea, I have an idea about it, and want to judge me that if I don't listen to music, I'm not metal. It's like, okay, I drink milk on stage. I drink milk on stage. That's not very metal, right? But I get people that send me on Messenger a picture of my milk, like, hey dude, you're not death metal. So I have to drink beer, right? I have to drink beer or whiskey or something to be metal. This is not my way of life. I am very passionate about sports, and I know that drinking milk, like full milk, it coats
The truth.
yeah, my throat. So and it helps me. So I use it, and if people think that's ridiculous, fuck them. I don't care. I
Okay.
don't.
Patrick, I think one of the last questions. You are still the central creative force of Pestilence. What keeps you hungry to create extreme music today? You think the world is going to explode right now, so it's gets to you that?
Well, it's I really don't know how this goes. Where the inspiration comes from is when I'm walking with my dog on the beach, and I hear the waves, and then it soothes my mind. I don't feel stress in Thailand where I live. I live in Pattaya, and everything is so peaceful there, and that gives me just the freedom of my brain, not to have too much stress in my life, and then I can come up with the best music ever.
Wow.
So it's very simple, actually. If you live in a very stressful place, and then you don't have time for playing music. Now I have all the time in the world, and Portals came out, because you will hear the album, and you'll be like, wow, this is again a different side of Pestilence that I didn't know they have. So this is trying to be more unique and be more Pestilence than ever.
Wow. Okay, Patrick, thank you for this interview. And I have one final question. What message would you like to send to all Chilean death metal fans that are waiting for Pestilence that to be in PowerOfMetal.cl Fest with AZEROTH, LETALIS, and RIOT V?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing playing Riot, because they're an old band, right? So, and I got into them very early age, and it's just something like a dream come true. So and also like I said, we love the Chilean fans, so it's going to be a blast just to perform for them and see them go crazy, because that's what life is all about, right? Just getting crazy.
Thank you, Patrick. I want. Let's hope to have a nice travel to Chile and see you in 3 or 4 weeks. Have a nice day.
That's it. It'll be good, man. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.